Hi, I'm Donnie Roth. I'm a professional ski guide and ambassador for Backcountry Access. And today we're here in beautiful Bariloche, Argentina, and we're going to show you how to do a Rutschblock test using 2 probes and a cord in an effort to speed the process up. Okay, to tell you a little bit about what's happened is we've just had the annual Santa Rosa storm, which comes in the end of August or early September, and it snowed for the last 3 days. We weren't able to get up here into the Alpine. We don't know what's been happening. We've got a bunch of new snow. We can already see that there's some layers formed. And so we're going to dig and do a Rutschblock test, which is one of the biggest tests that we can do. It's the most representative of what it's like to put an actual load of a person on the slope. It takes some time to dig those, so that's the point of this exercise, is how to save some time doing it. But remember, before you go to do a Rutschblock test, your site selection is really important. Here we've picked an area where it's representative of the slopes that we want to ski. It's 35 degrees in steepness, and it is the same aspect and very similar elevation. Yet it's not a huge slope. If we get some avalanches here or something to happen, we are not going to bury ourselves, and nobody will be in any harm's way. So remember, your site selection is really important. Safety first, representative of the slope that you're going to ski on a close second. So we've gone ahead and done that, and we'll lead you through some of the steps of the Rutschblock test. Okay, remember, a Rutschblock test is a large column test. So for the Rutschblock, we've got a column that is 2 meters wide, or along the face of the block, and 1.5 meters deep. That's why we're working so hard to save some energy building this. For our purposes, we didn't have to go to the ground for this one. You always want to pick a layer that you're worried about. In our case, I see a density change about mid-storm here, but then there's also this pretty distinct layer above the ceniza, or the ash of a volcano that's erupting nearby. When the wind shifts, it blows it here. So we've got some pretty prominent layers here. We're gonna see if we get some reaction of the Santa Rosa storm on top of it. So what we've done here is we've taken our probes and we've put them on the back corners of the column. And the reason for that is that using this cord with knots tied in it, we'll be able to use the probes as a guide and saw back and forth, isolating the back of this column without having to excavate with our shovels, which is A, a lot of work, and B, is really easy to compromise the integrity of the column itself. So this will hopefully speed the process up and make it nice and clean and pretty easy to do. We'll show you some of the details here. Now we've got this started, and what we're gonna do is I've got my partner on the other side back there, and we're just tug of war, pulling this back and forth and working it down the slope, getting deeper and deeper into the hole here. Okay, a Rutschblock test can take a long time to do, but you can see it can give us some pretty conclusive results, or some helpful results. Using the probes in the back corner can really help save some time, and that's really helpful. So I hope that this has been informative for you, and that you'll go out and do a Rutschblock test when you're uncertain of the snow and you just need a little bit more information.